Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another installment of 3 Minutes to Vitality. We're going to talk a little bit about how we remove interferences to the innate and vital expression of our bodies. Because again, it'll actually give us vitality, it'll give us vibrance, it'll give us health if we remove interference. Interference comes in two forms. One of them is if we're not getting the things that we need, or we're getting things we don't need that need to be removed. We get rid of those two things, and the body will express itself naturally, which is an amazing, amazing fact. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is actually water. It is actually an essential ingredient to being vital. So let's talk a little bit about water and why it's so important and how we do it and do it properly. So why is it important? Well, you're about 60, 62, 65% water, depending on whether you're a man or a woman. When we're born, we're a lot more water. We're actually somewhere in the neighborhood of 80% water when we're little. And as we get older, our bodies change a little bit and the composition changes a little bit. So men tend to have a little bit more water, women tend to have less, but the average is about 60%, men more like 65, ladies like 55. And we need to make sure that we replenish that because it is, think about that, if that's what our body is composed of, say approximately 60% water. The vast preponderance, the vast majority of what we are is water. So we need to actually get it regularly and have it be very, very clean. I mean, even if you stop and think about it, it's incredible because nearly, about 3/4 of a quart, almost a quart of fluid is lost just in breathing on a daily basis. Remember when we were kids and you blow against a cold window and then you write your name in the little mist that formed on the window? That's just because of the condensation of the moisture in your breath. Our feet, God forbid, it's to not be gross, but I mean, each of our feet gives off nearly a pint of fluid from each of our feet in a day. So we lose fluid regularly, and that's not even to talk about liquid waste, etc., that we have as well. So we get a great deal of fluid. We need to replenish it regularly because our cells, the vast majority, are water. So how much is enough water in a day? We've all heard the silly expression, 8-ounce glasses of water a day. It's not bad, it's okay, but it's not necessarily accurate because what would be right for me, 8-ounce glasses, isn't nearly enough water. And believe it or not, for my 4 feet 11 inch, 94-pound mother, it's also not enough. And so it would be too much, too little for me, too much for my mother. So we have to make sure we're doing it properly. So what is proper? Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, thirst is the first mechanism we know. 1 to 2% of our fluid is lost from our bodies. We start to experience that sensation of thirst. You pay attention to it, you'll do well. Also, the color of our urine is actually a really great indicator. It should be clear to light yellow. If it's golden, if it's brown, God forbid, if it's brighter yellow, if it has a strong urine odor, you are not getting enough water and we need to do more. The other rule of thumb I really like that seems to work really well for most people is you take half your body weight in ounces. So if I'm a 190-pound guy, I would be at 85 to 95. It would be about 95 ounces of water a day. So for me, it would be about 3 quarts of water. And that almost always does the job perfectly. Not always, because athletes might need a little bit more. Someone who's more sedentary, a little bit less. A vegetarian might need a little bit less because they're getting so much fluid in the fruits and vegetables, etc. But for a really, really good, very close to accurate guide, that's it. Now, the best water to drink. Well, let's just go right to it to say it's reverse osmosis. Municipal water has lots of stuff in it. Well, it is the best water supplies in the world. We have chlorine in our water, which actually creates these disinfectant byproducts, which are very dangerous. The chlorine itself isn't great, but the disinfectant byproducts from the cleaning agents combining with chlorine, and let alone triclosan, which is the disinfectant that actually is antimicrobial, that's in so many different things. It's amazing. There are drug residues, there are herbicides, pesticides, arsenic, heavy metals. There's a lot of stuff in our water that is not even looked at and regulated. The EPA guidelines haven't been updated a lot since the late 70s. So they were looking at 53 or 58 different chemicals, and since that time, more than 10,000 chemicals have been developed, none of which are being looked for in our water supply. So it's good, but it ain't the best. So we look at things, some people will talk about distilled water. Great for a detox cleanse, not good day to day, makes you acidic, and long-term use makes the body acidic, and we should be in a nice, somewhat neutral to basic pH in our bodies, and that makes us more acidic. Alkaline water, that's kind of become a fad lately. A lot of people have heard of alkaline water, want to jump on the bandwagon. And say the alkaline water, because our bodies are supposed to be slightly alkaline. So hey, that's helpful, it's good. No, it's not, because just like the distilled water makes us acidic, alkaline water makes us too alkaline. And we're supposed to be in that sweet spot. So too much or too little, baby bear's porridge, mama bear's porridge, papa bear's porridge, we want to get to that middle of the road, which is where we're meant to be. And either one of those, neither is proper. And the alkaline water even screws up digestion. It changes the pH in the stomach. You don't digest foods. You end up with other stuff, malabsorption syndromes. It's not good. Short term, again, is fine. But it's the long-term sustained use is not normal. So the best is reverse osmosis. It cleans out just about everything. The chlorine comes out of the water, fluoride comes out of the water, heavy metals come out of the water, volatile organic compounds, pesticides, herbicides, you name it, cleans out most everything without changing the pH and altering it significantly, which is fantastic. Only downside is it's actually more expensive on the upside. On the front side rather, when you get into it, but it's about 2 cents a gallon after that. Bottled water, again, isn't a great alternative either, because almost 45% of bottled waters are actually, believe it or not, tap waters put in plastic. And the plastic itself will leach out into the waters. Who knows what warehouse it's been in, for how long, and at what temperature. So we really don't know how the quality of that water, even though it says it's reverse osmosis or it's purified with this or that or whatever it is. We don't know how long it's been sitting in the plastic, and the plastic leaches into the water and creates other mischief. So bottled waters really aren't a great answer either, let alone what it does to the environment, if that is a concern for you, and it might be. So it's one of the things we'll look at. Reverse osmosis, the way to go. It's a few $100s up front, costs $50 to $80 a year to maintain, but your per gallon cost comes out to be 2 to 3 cents versus bottled water, which can run you anywhere from $3 to $4.50 a gallon. Crazy. So that's the lowdown on water, and you want to make sure you're just doing it regularly. The more you'll do it, anybody who will do that at 50% of their body weight in ounces for approximately a month will be amazed. Energy, sleeping, clarity of thought, just a sense of well-being. It works every single time. I have yet to see it fail in the 30 years I've been able to serve Hernando County. So that's it for water for today. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.